show. And a really good matchup here this afternoon between the Scots and the Britons. Two teams that are both coming in here red hot on the season. Alma 6-3 overall, winners of 5 in a row. Albion at 7-1, winners of 4 straight. The Britons, with their only loss to a highly rated John Carroll team, 75-66. John Carroll ranked 4th in the D3 poll, D3hoops.com poll, 7th in the coaches poll. So that 9-point loss on the road for the Britons is nothing to scoff at. They actually led that game after the first quarter at halftime and were tied through 3 quarters before John Carroll was able to pull away for the 75-66 victory. But they've got wins over really strong teams like Case Western Reserve, 2-0 in the league already. They've got wins over St. Mary's and Olivet. The Scots 1-0 in MIAA play, with the win right here last Saturday over Kalamazoo. Like we said, Alma comes in winners of 5 in a row. They've rattled those off in pretty impressive fashion, 48-46, 65-58, then 84-69, 70-54, and 79-52. So a big, big matchup here at the Art Smith Arena today between the Scots and the Britons. Albion picked to finish 3rd in the MIAA behind only number 1 ranked Hope. They have not lost in a couple of years now, have Hope, and they're going to be ranked number 1 in both polls until they do lose, if they ever do lose. Trine also ranked in the top 10 in both polls. So those two picked 1 and 2 in the MIAA, but the Britons picked to finish 3rd. Scots would like to have something to do with that here this afternoon. Get themselves to 2-0 and hand Albion their first league loss. Albion wants to remain undefeated, getting to 3-0 and trying to establish themselves up there in that top echelon with Hope and Trine as a team that can maybe challenge them. So it should be a very exciting matchup here this afternoon. We're going to pause right now as we rise here for the national anthem, and then we will be back with the starting lineups and the opening tip-off right after this. National anthem in the books as we welcome you back to the Art Smith Arena, and we are just about ready for basketball, a big matchup between the Scots and the Albion Britons. Take a look at that starting lineup, a familiar one for the Alma College Scots. They'll go at guard, Maddie Robbins at the point guard position. Robbins, a junior out of St. John's High School in St. John's, Michigan. Stasha Warchuk, the senior from Marquette. Kendall Griffioon at center in the middle from Hudsonville. Taylor Sass from Swan Valley. And Aretha Humphreys from Detroit Edison Public will get the start for the Scots. Over on the Albion side of things, they'll go at guard with Elena Welker. She's been around a while now. Just a junior, though, 5'8", Divine Child High School in Dearborn. Dariana Little, a sophomore center, 6'1", out of Edison High School in Detroit. Lolo Reed, a 5'5", sophomore from Saginaw Heritage. Sierra Cole, a 5'3", guard from Durand. And Riley Davis, a sophomore, 6 foot, out of Chelsea High School. Waiting on the lineups here to be announced after the video montage that the Scots play before every game. Take a look at some of those stats so far on the season for these two teams. Scots are, of course, led in scoring by Taylor Sass with a very impressive average so far through 9 games of 19 points per game for Sass to go along with 6.3 rebounds. Stasha Warchuk at 10.6 points per game. Aretha Humphreys comes in averaging 9 points per game. Maddie Robbins with 8.3 points per game. And Kendall Griffune at 7.9 points per game. Those starters for the Scots. Scots will be without the services of their 6th leading scorer, Morgan Hanchett. She'll be out today. That's 5.7 points per game that Alma will not be able to call upon. Over on the Albion side of things, Riley Davis. It's a very balanced Albion attack, if I'm being honest. Riley Davis, along with Lolo Reed, leading the way at 11.8 points per game apiece. Dariana Little right there as well with 11 points per game. Angelina Mendieta is averaging 9 points per game. Just getting her season underway, actually, is Mendieta. Elena Welker, the other starter, averaging 8 points per game as well. Well, Mendieta is down here. They've kind of split the stats up a little bit, so it looks a little strange. Mendieta is listed as averaging both 9 points per game and 7.8 points per game. Lolo Reed listed as 11.8 along with 7 points per game. So those averages are not going to be quite correct, I don't believe, as just the way the Albion statistics printed off. They list each player, well, a couple of the different players a couple times. So we'll go along with that as we do and just get ready to get things underway here. Just about ready for the opening jump ball here, live on 104.9 WQBX with live video streaming at almascots.com. Albion has broken their huddle. The Scots still in theirs. As they come into the middle and get ready to break out. They go back into another one now. Albion into a huddle along their sidelines. It'll be Griffune to jump it up for the Scots. And I assume Dariana Little. For Albion, we've just got to wait for them to break out of that huddle, and they do. And it will not be Dariana Little, I guess. It's going to be Riley Davis. Just about set for basketball here at Art Smith Arena. Opening tap controlled by Griffune. Back to Robbins. Robbins will work to the left wing to Sass. Up top, Warchuk uncovered right now is Stasha Warchuk. She's just going to step into a wide open three. No good off the iron. Robbins will run the rebound down in the corner, but then turn it over to Reed. Reed on the run up the right side, picked up by Warchuk, goes past her, and Reed lays it up and good. Lolo Reed coast to coast. And Albion's got the first bucket of the ball game off of an Alma turnover. Albion had a defensive breakdown on that first possession. They never did pick up Warchuk up at the top, so she just stepped into a long three, but I think she was so open and stood there for so long, she was just a little bit off to the left side there. Griffune with it for the Scots up top. Nobody guards her. They sag way back. So Griffune's going to step into a long two. Back rim, no. Rebound by Riley Davis. Reed back for the Britons. Going to hand it off to Welker. Welker into Reed. Looked for Little, drove along the baseline instead, and Warchuk's going to be called for a blocking foul. That's a tough one because Reed was kind of out of control, falling out of bounds. But it will be the first infraction on Stasha Warchuk. Reed will inbounds from under her own basket. Goes out high to Cole. Cole to Welker. Welker steps back. Robbins on her. Dribbles to her right. Picked up by Warchuk. Outside. Davis looked at a three. Decides to drive in on Warchuk instead. Gets into the paint. Little turnaround fall away. Partially blocked by Warchuk. Griffune will grab it. And back comes Robbins for the Scots. Robbins tries to go right by Cole. Cole recovers nicely. Shot up. No good. Griffune the rebound. Griffune goes with a little right-handed hook in the lane over Davis. No good. Over Little, excuse me. And Reed will come away with it. Scott's unable to get any scoring going so far. The defense keeping them right in it in these first couple of minutes, trailing just 2-0. Elena Welker with it. Gets into the paint against Warchuk. Puts up a little right-handed floater. No good. and Griffune taps the rebound, but it comes all the way out. They go inside Dariana Little. Little tries to make some room for herself. A Little hook shot is good. Dariana Little with her first two, and the Britons lead 4-0. Humphreys with it out on the right wing for the Scots. She's going to step back, thought about a three, decided not to take it. Robbins is going to go baseline. Warchalk, corner three on the way. That's no good. Griffune almost had the rebound, but Little does a nice job to tap it to Reed. And Albion will set things up out here on the right wing. Davis with it against Robbins, a little bit of a mismatch. They come around. Reed over on the left side now. Over Warchalk. That's off the front rim. No good. Sass the rebound. Robbins running the floor, and a nice job by Cole to poke that one away. It's 3-on-1 for Albion. A nice pass across the lane. Cole to Welker, who finishes. Elena Welker with 6-0 Albion. Very nice transition basketball that time from the Britons. Robbins with it. Goes out onto the right wing. Griffune up top to Humphreys. They get it to Sass, quickly around right wing. Warchalk looked inside for Humphreys, didn't take it. Griffune from just outside the free throw line. That catches nothing but air. Olivia Warren and Danny Lemoncusa in. Warchalk and Griffune sit down. Reed brings it across for Albion. Hands to Cole. Quickly back to Reed out on the right wing. Goes across to Little. Little's going to hand it back to Cole. Cole goes by Warren. Puts it up with the left hand. Off the window. No good. Little taps the rebound, but it's right to Humphreys. Scott's rushing out 3-on-3. Humphreys going to go all the way. Puts it up. Has it partially blocked, but she's fouled by Welker. And Aretha Humphreys will go to the line, attempting to give the Scots their first points of the ball game with 6:25 to go here in the first quarter. Good job by Humphreys to get out and run the floor that time in the 3-on-3 situation. Humphreys' first foul shot up and perfect. Her first point of the afternoon and the first point for the Scots. They trail by 5, 6-1. Second one up also perfect. Those were two flawless foul shots from Aretha Humphreys, the senior. Lolo Reed back the other way for Albion. Gets it to Davis. Swing it around left wing Welker. Lots of motion from this Albion offense. Welker's going to go around. Kick out. Cole in the corner for three. That's long. Little tries to tap the rebound. It's Reed that gets it instead. Reed crosses over. Gets to the basket. A great move, but too strong on the shot. Lemoncusa the rebound. Oh, it was a beautiful move by Lolo Reed to get to the bucket, but just too strong on the layup. Robbins calling out signals for the Scots. Wants a high screen and roll from Lemoncusa. Gonna go to Warren. Warren drives in, puts up a little left-handed shot and scores. Olivia Warren with a nice move down just inside the free throw line, and the Scots within 2 at 6-4. I suspect Warren will be asked to play quite a few more minutes with Hanchett not available. Olivia herself has a big sleeve on her right arm today, for those of you not watching on the stream, listening on the radio. Dariana Little with it at the free throw line, back to the basket, turns, drives on Lemoncusa, has it poked away by Robbins. They go on the floor. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Albion, but a good job by Maddie Robbins as Little tried to turn towards the basket. Warchalk back for the Scots. Humphreys sits down. Denia Beavers up. That's going to mean Little sits down. Beavers brings a ton of height in there at 6'3". Reed looking to get it in, looking, going to throw a little bounce pass to Beavers, who just puts it up. No good. She gets the rebound. Another shot, no good. And Reed comes away with it. A third chance for the Britons here. They go to Welker. Welker going to try to drive in. Has her shot blocked from behind by Warren. Reed comes away with it. 7 on the shot clock. Reed tries to drive in on Warren. Runs right into Lemoncusa. Beavers gets a shot up, and she's going to be fouled with 1 second on the shot clock. Oh, great defense from the Scots, but they couldn't corral a rebound. Beavers was everywhere in there, and Denia is going to get herself to the line for 2. Foul is on Taylor Sass. That's her first. And Denia Beavers to the line. Beavers averaging 3.8 points per game, a 50% foul shooter, misses the first. Her second shot up, too long. She follows her shot and gets her own rebound, but then travels with it as she lands. Beavers doing a great job on that glass here early on, though. That's 4 rebounds already in about a minute and a half of action. Robbins for the Scots. Goes to Warchalk. Thought about handing it back to Robbins. Turns around just outside the free throw line. Now does hand to Robbins. Maddie's going to drive in, goes behind the back in the paint. A full 360 spin, puts it up and scores. A beautiful play by Maddie Robbins, who hits the little mid-range jumper, and we're tied at 6. Scots on a 6-0 run. Welker with it, driving into the paint. She's double-teamed, goes around Lamancusa and Sass, can't score. Beavers the rebound, puts it up and good. The Scots having a big problem in the paint with Denia Beavers since she came in. Robbins back the other way for Alma, goes to Warchalk. Warchalk, one dribble, back to Robbins. Robbins has got Davis on her. Thought about going off a screen, didn't, kicks it out. Sass open for 3, no good. There's a foul on the floor that's going to be called on Albion. Oh, nope, they're going to say it's on Warchalk instead, I guess. And that's going to be Stosh's second. So some foul trouble early here for the Scots with 3:45 to go in the first quarter. Welker with it. Humphreys on her, who's checked back in. Goes up top. That's Natchke, who's in the game. Inside, Beavers. Beavers has her shot blocked from behind by Griffune, but just gets it right back and scores. Beavers with 4, 10, 6 in favor of the Britons. Robbins for the Scots, going to hand to Warren. Griffune up top to Humphreys. Up top for Sass, swing it around into the left corner for Robbins. Griffune. Good ball movement here for the Scots. They get it into the corner for Humphreys, 8 on the shot clock. She's going to drive in, puts it on her hip, puts it up, no good. Beavers another rebound. Reed brings it across for the Britons. Goes off a screen from Beavers. Into the corner, Natchke. Bounce pass along the baseline. And Reed goes in, knocks Robbins down, puts it up and scores. Low Reed with 4, and it's a 6-0 Albion run for the second time in the game. It's 12-6. The team's just exchanging the 6-0 runs here. Robbins off of a double screen this time. Can't find any room, goes Humphreys. Humphreys is open on that left wing for 3, too strong. Reed with the rebound. Reed quickly back, fires a bounce pass down for Welker, who puts it up and good. Elena Welker with 4. Timeout called by the Scots. We will take it with them back to the Art Smith Arena after this. And back at Art Smith Arena, Albion on an 8-0 run right now to take a 14-6 lead. Britons led 6-0. Scots ran off the next 6, and now it's been the next 8 from Albion here with 2:15 to go in the first quarter. Robbins will face kind of a soft three-quarter court pressure from the Britons, but she'll easily cross the timeline. Goes off a screen from Griffune, gets into the paint, puts up a jumper in the lane, scores again. Robbins with 4, all from in the paint. And it's 14-8 Albion. Welker will handle the point guard duties this time. Goes inside, and a nice tap away from Griffune as it looked like Denia Beavers had gone off a screen and roll beautifully. Instead, tapped out of bounds by Griffune. We see our first appearance of Angelina Mendieta into the game now. Becca Ross, who was briefly in, sits down. Cole looking to get it in, looking. Goes to Mendieta. Over to Welker. Welker crosses over. She's got Regan Thor on her, and putting it up and scoring is Elena Welker. She's got 6. And the Scots are going to turn it over as a ball out of bounds, or a foot out of bounds actually, from Olivia Warren. Sass sits down, Humphreys back in. Reagan Thor is in the game, the freshman from Frankfurt. She's going to pick up Welker up top. Cole with it now. Back to Welker. Welker drives to her left. Griffune has to flash out on her. Welker just takes a little jumper anyway and scores. She's got 8. Britons by 10, their biggest lead, 18-8, with a minute to go here in the first quarter. Humphreys with it. She's going to take a little step back. No good off of a great crossover. Welker went right to the ground. Welker's back the other way. She's on the ground again. Go to Mendieta in the corner for 3, and Angelina Mendieta lights that one up. 21-8 Albion. A great burst here to end the quarter. Robbins to Griffune, hands back to Robbins. Robbins turns on the Jets, goes around the corner, puts it up, no good. Rebound comes to Little. Shot clock off, a final chance here for Welker and the Britons in this first quarter. They have been fabulous thus far. Welker tucks the ball under her right arm, now puts it on the floor with about 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Wants a screen from Little. Going to work off a double screen now with 2 seconds. Going to just have to heave an overhead shot, and that play just didn't come off quite right for the Britons. So at the end of 1, our score, Albion 21, Alma College Scots 8. We will be back to the Art Smith Arena for the second quarter after this. Back here at the Revolution Electric Broadcast Perspective at Art Smith Arena. 21-8 at the end of the first quarter. Albion on top of the Alma Scots, and rebounding was the story of that first quarter as Albion out-rebounds Alma 14-6. 7 offensive rebounds for Albion, and that's the big difference in this game so far. 4 turnovers for the Scots as well, hindering their efforts. Alma will have the ball to start this second quarter, though, with Taylor Sass handing to Maddie Robbins out on the right wing. Back to Sass. Sass going to drive on Welker, goes behind the back. Back up top, Robbins. She's got Cole on her. Cole, a little screen and roll, fires a pass to Griffune, who's fouled by Little. Dariana tried to get a hand on the ball and ended up Griffune just kind of caught the hand and the ball at the same time and dragged Little down to the ground. Dariana called for the foul. They get it into Griffune at the elbow. Right side, shot no good. Rebound comes out long to Welker. Welker back herself for the Britons. Goes off to Mendieta, and Mendieta's going to travel with it, putting it on the floor. She looks a bit confused by that one, but nevertheless, it's a turnover, and the Scots will try to take advantage of it. Robbins with it for Alma. Cole on her. She's going to try to drive in on Cole. Kick out. Sass in the corner. Puts it on the floor all the way cross court for Humphreys. Humphreys going to drive in. Gets to the basket. Puts it up and scores. That's what Humphreys does so well. Went from the left side all the way to the right side for a layup. 21-10 Albion. Cole with it to Welker. Welker tries to go inside for Little, and Griffune taps it out of bounds. Albion really trying to take advantage of that size advantage that they've got and have done so. Denia Beavers had 4 points, 5 rebounds in that first quarter. Little 2 points, 3 rebounds herself. Reed gets it in to Welker. Welker's going to fire a long three and just bury it. Wow, Elena Welker with 11. (24-10) in favor of Albion. A nice play down at the other end and looked like a foul as Griffune went up for a shot and got hacked. No call. Albion back the other way. Welker with it. And she's going to be called for a traveling. I'm not entirely sure what she did. Oh, maybe it was a double dribble. He signaled wrong, as I think Elena might have stopped dribbling and then started dribbling again, but everybody in the gym's confused, so I'm not sure. Robbins with it. Gets it into the paint, gonna kick it out for Warren. Thought about a three, decides not to take it. She'll drive in, goes all the way under the basket, back out to Robbins. Robbins drives in again. Robbins puts up a shot, no good. Rebound comes out to Davis. For Cole now. Cole working on Warren. Oh, a nice pass across the lane to Little, and Dariana's just gonna put that one up easily and score. Great work in the paint here by Albion so far. Robbins hands to Humphreys. Humphreys trying to get to the basket, crosses over. Little fadeaway, no good. Little the rebound. To Reed. Welker running. She's going to get all the way to the bucket, put it up too strong, and Robbins will rebound for the Scots. Now Robbins wants to come out and run. Robbins straight down the middle of the lane. Little head fake, puts it up, no, and she's fouled hard. Bucket almost went. Great job by Robbins to get all the way to the basket. She'll shoot 2. Warchuk will check back in with those 2 fouls. Humphrey sits down. Robbins will go to the line for 2. Her team trailing by 16 here. First foul shot for Robbins is up and good. Give her 5 points. Robbins a 68% foul shooter on the season so far. And that number will improve a little bit as she hits 2 here. 26-12 Albion. Cole tries to go inside for Little, and Little just decks Robbins as she thought she had the ball, didn't have the ball. Ball goes out of bounds off Robbins. And Reed will inbounds from under her own basket. Get it in for Welker. Trying to go inside for Little. Lemon Cusa says no. Davis will drive instead to the block. Puts up a lefty jumper and good. Wow. Riley Davis has her first 2. 28-12 Albion. Robbins to Warren. Warren hands to Sass. Welker on her. Gets it back to Robbins. Robbins going to try to go to the basket again. Gets tied up as she goes up, though. Cole ties it up. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Albion. That's great defense by Sierra Cole. Griffune back for the Scots. Lemon Cusa sits down. Here comes Lolo Reed. Robbins on her, goes off a double screen, goes back to the left, gets some space, puts it up and scores. Reed with 6. 30-12, all Albion here. Robbins for Alma. Goes to Sass. Welker's done a phenomenal job guarding her so far. Sass goes out Griffune to Warren on the left wing. Back to Sass. Sass going to work off a screen. Gets it Warchalk now. Drives in, has her shot blocked by Beavers, who's come back in. Cole back the other way for Albion to Welker. Welker's going to drive on Warchalk. That's Davis, tries to go with that lefty jump hook again. This time it comes up short, and Robbins the rebound to Sass. Sass, a nice pass to Griffune, who caught everybody napping, and Griffune's got her first 2 off of a very nice pass from Taylor Sass. Reed hands to Cole out on the right wing, goes off a screen from Beavers. Gonna drive in, free throw line, kick it out into the corner, and standing out of bounds was Elena Welker. Just had the right heel out of bounds. Warren sits down, Humphreys back in. Here comes Robbins for the Scots. Griffune to Humphreys. Get it out to Sass up top. She's going to try to drive in, puts it up off the window. No. Great rebound by Griffune, flashing in, and then she's just going to be tied up by Beavers. Possession arrow will favor Alma, but Beavers again in there making a huge difference for the Britons. Sass will inbounds from under her own basket. Looking to get it in, goes to Humphreys out on the right wing. Aretha's going to drive, picks up her dribble, back out for Sass. She's going to quick trigger a 3, that's off to the left, no good. Warchalk taps the rebound, it's tapped again, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Albion. And Stasha Warchalk just doing a good job to keep that ball alive. Sass looking to get it in. Goes to Humphreys out on the right wing again. Humphreys going to drive, cut off there, kick out. Robbins open for 3, no good. Rebound comes to Reed. Robbins got a good look at that one, just couldn't quite get it to go. Reed goes into the corner. Beavers is down there at the low block. She's just bullying her way in, and she takes a couple too many steps with it as she tried to go from the right block to the left block without putting it on the floor. And even at 6'3", those long steps weren't quite enough to get there. 4:30 to go in the second quarter. Albion by 16. Alma with the basketball. Griffune uncovered out there every time. That's just a defensive strategy that they're going to go with. So she's going to step into a shot from just inside the free throw line this time. No good. And the rebound comes away to Albion again. Reed with it. Humphreys on her. Goes to Natchke for Cole. Cole tries to drive in, goes cross court, and the pass is going to be stolen away by Robbins. Robbins wants to come out quickly. 2-on-1 if they hustle. Robbins to the basket, gets decked. No call again. It's gotten a little ridiculous here. They're going to call a jump ball instead. Possession arrow favors Albion. I mean, she's just getting run over down there as she goes up for these layups. Warren checks in. Warchalk comes out. And we have got a timeout on the floor, so we will take that along with them back to the Art Smith Arena after this. Back here at the Art Smith Arena, 3:53 to go in the second quarter, 30-14 in favor of Albion. Britons will have the basketball with Lolo Reed. She's picked up by Robbins, goes to Natchke, quickly to Welker. Welker looking to drive on Sass, does so, puts up a little underhand shot and scores. That's 13 for Welker. 32-14, Robbins back quickly. Robbins all the way to the basket, puts it up off the high glass and scores. 8 for Maddie Robbins. Albion with it now, Welker. Welker goes between the legs, goes around for Reed with 10 on the shot clock. Drives it in, Welker gonna drive again, puts up a right-handed floater, no, Humphreys the rebound. Out quickly, extra pass over to Robbins, who lays it up and good. Griffune with a great feed to Robbins. Whistle as the basketball gets away here. 32-18, Scots back to down just 14 here with 2:52 to go in the second quarter. Albion will have the ball. And a whistle and an offensive foul now called on Albion. So a little bit of momentum for the Scots here all of a sudden. Foul is going to be called on Natchke away from the ball. Beavers sits down, Little comes back. Natchke sits down as well. Robbins for the Scots. Goes off a double screen, steps back. Goes all the way across, Sass for three, no good. Humphreys finds the rebound. And now finds a lot of space to the basket. She's gonna go up and score. Everybody lost Aretha Humphreys as they thought she was going to pull it back out to the wing. She turned around, had a path to the basket, scores. Scots within 12. Reed with it for Albion. Alma with the momentum here. To Welker. Welker's going to take a long bomb three, no good. Griffune the rebound. Warren back out of there quickly. Hands to Humphreys. Humphreys going to try to get to the bucket. Spin move, no good, but she's fouled. She'll shoot two. Aretha Humphreys doing a great job of getting to the basket again. She'll get to the foul line where she's 2 for 2 this afternoon. Angelina Mendieta up off the bench for Albion. The foul is the second on Welker. Humphreys' first foul shot on the way. In and out, no good. Didn't quite get enough air under that one. Albion runs an extra rebounder in there late in Cole. Humphreys ready for the second one now. That one's up and good. 7 for Aretha Humphreys. 32-21 Albion. Cole crosses through the paint, goes inside for Little. Little working on Griffune, puts it up, count the basket and the foul. That is a great play by Dariana Little. Nothing Griffune could do there. (34-21). Little will look to make it a three-point play. She goes off the back iron, no good. Rebound comes to Griffune. For Sass, to Robbins. Robbins will put it on the floor. Gets into the paint, shields her body a little bit, goes up off the glass, no good. Little the rebound. Minute 18 to go, second quarter. Albion by 13, 34-21. Britons with the basketball. Reed, kick out Natchke. Or excuse me, that's not Natchke, that's Mendieta, and Mendieta hits her second three of the afternoon. Angelina Mendieta with 6. And right back to a 16-point advantage for Albion. Sass with it for the Scots. Under a minute to go in the quarter. Sass a step back three. She fills it up. First three for Taylor Sass, and if the Scots can get her going, it'd be very important. Albion doesn't have anybody to throw the ball into. They're finally going to have to go the length of the court and get it to Ross. Ross to Mendieta. Mendieta going to spin, goes to her left, tries to fire it across the lane, and it's going to be poked away by Warren. 24 seconds left in the quarter. Shot clock is off. Robbins with it for the Scots. They've got a chance to take the final shot here if they wish. Sass will back things up with 15 seconds. Alma will look for the last shot. 8 seconds. Humphreys with it. Humphreys driving. She's triple teamed, and she's going to charge with it as she came down right into Sierra Cole. And Albion's going to have 4.4 seconds to do something with this thing. Scots will press. Robbins is going to bring the pressure up on Reed. Reed will break the pressure, cross the timeline, just puts up a running shot with still a second and a half left. Goes off the backboard, no good. So our halftime score is going to be Albion 37, Alma 34. Scots showing some pretty good things there the second half of the second quarter to chip away at that deficit. They're going to have to do more of the same in the third quarter. We're going to step aside for the halftime programming and be back for the second half from Art Smith Arena after this. And welcome back into the Art Smith Arena. 37-24 the score at halftime. Albion leading the Alma College Scots. Let's take a look at some of those halftime scoring statistics. Albion led by Elena Welker, a fantastic first half for her. She had 13 points. Dariana Little, 6 points, 5 rebounds. Lolo Reed, a similar line, 6 points, 5 rebounds. Angelina Mendieta, 6 points on a couple of triples. Denia Beavers, 4 points and 5 rebounds. Riley Davis, 2 points, 3 rebounds. And Sierra Cole had 2 rebounds, 2 assists without getting on the scorebook there for Albion. Alma's led by Maddie Robbins. She had 10. 7 points for Aretha Humphreys, 3 for Taylor Sass, and 2 apiece for Olivia Warren and Kendall Griffune. Griffune pulled down 6 rebounds in that first half to lead the way for the Scots. Alma being out-rebounded 22-14. The margin was a little bit better in that second quarter, but still a significant rebounding advantage by Albion, who's using the height of Little and Beavers in there to take advantage. The turnovers really turned around in that second quarter, and that's what allowed Alma to get back into this ball game now. Albion's turned it over 8 times, 7 of those turnovers coming in that second quarter. 7 turnovers for the Scots. Albion has turned the turnovers into more points, though, in 22 points off of the turnovers compared to just 6 for the Scots. But like we said, Alma scratching their way back into this game. They trailed by as many as 18, got it down to 11 at one point. It ends up at 13, 37-24 here at halftime. But Alma showing that they can play with the Britons. Again, like we said, Albion comes in 7-1 on the season. The only loss, a 9-point defeat against John Carroll, a team that is ranked in the top 10 in the nation, and a team that Albion on the road led for most of that game until John Carroll was able to take the lead and pull away in that third quarter. We're going to take one quick break, and when we return, we'll have that second half. Just about ready for the second half here at Art Smith Arena. 37-24, Albion on top of the Alma College Scots here as we begin this third quarter. Scots will have the basketball. It'll be Warchalk, Robbins, Humphreys, Griffune, and Sass, the starters on the floor for the Scots. Starters also out there for Albion in Welker, Reed, Cole, Davis, and Little. Oh, a little bit of a zone defense out of the gate here for Albion. It's going to leave Robbins open for 3. Off the front of the rim, goes up off the top of the backboard and comes on down to Little. Looked like a pretty good look for Robbins. Welker with it. Reed tries to drive and goes right around Humphreys and scores. What a nice play by Lolo Reed to start the second half. Give her 8. 39-24, Albion by 15. Humphreys goes out to Warchalk in the corner. Warchalk drives in, going to try to turn the corner, puts it up, no. Little had a little trouble with the rebound, but ends up saving it out to Cole, and Sierra will just kind of roll it to Reed, and Reed will bring it across the timeline. Right wing Cole, Humphreys on her. Finds a cutting Welker at the elbow. Picks up her dribble, back out to Cole, 12 on the shot clock. Davis for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound comes to Robbins. Robbins wants to run, doesn't have numbers. She's back all the way anyway, puts it up off the high glass, no good. But she's fouled by Cole. Maddie Robbins will get to the line for 2. Robbins was aggressive in getting to the basket in that first half. Took a lot of hard shots. Fouls weren't really called. She got to the line once. And she's here finding herself at the free throw line again. Puts it up and scores. She's got 11. 39-25, second shot coming for Robbins. That one also up and good. 4 for 4 from the foul line for Maddie Robbins. 39-26, Albion on top. Just underway in the second half here. Cole with it out on the right wing. Little trying to post up. She's going to go to Davis. Swing it around for Reed on the left wing. Welker with it. They finally do get it to Davis. It's poked away by Griffin, but Kendall's going to commit a foul. Albion trying to continue to pound that ball into the post. Reed inbounding from under her own basket. Looking, going to go out up top for Welker. She's picked up there by Sass with 18 on the shot clock. Welker with the left hand goes to her left. Turnaround with the right hand, no good. Little had a shot at the rebound. It's poked out of there by Griffin and Humphreys. And they're going to say last touched by Dariana Little. So the Scots get a hold. They trail by 13. Could use a bucket here. Robbins works out to the right wing, trying to post Warchuk. They find Sass open for three instead. No good. Rebound Humphreys. Humphreys going to put up a little right-handed hook. No. Rebound comes out to Davis. Running the floor is Cole. She's going to put up a baseline jumper over Robbins. No good. Griffin the rebound. The team's picking up the pace now. Robbins quickly back. She's going to kick it out for Humphreys. Humphreys drives in. Goes into the corner for Warchuk. Warchuk drives. Gets cut off there. Has it tipped out of bounds by Reed. It'll stay here with Alma with 16 on the shot clock. Olivia Warren up off the bench. Humphreys sits down. And Warren will immediately go into the inbounding position. Looking to get it in. Looking. Goes to Robbins on the left side. Maddie drives in. Kick out. Warchuk open. Straightaway three. That's way short. Warchuk didn't get the release quite right on that one. And Albion holds there. Reed will slowly bring things back for the Britons. They lead by 13. Welker with it. For Davis. Warchuk flashes out on her. To Reed over on the right wing. Driving in on Robbins. Gets to the basket. Too far underneath. Puts it up off the bottom. Ends up getting her own rebound though. Gets it out. Welker. Now they're inside to Little. They've got the matchup they want. Little with a right-handed hook shot off the window and good. Dariana Little. Alma couldn't get her double teamed in the kind of scramble. Warren with it for the Scots to Griffin. Warchuk for Sass. Sass drives on Welker. Kick out for Robbins. Robbins is going to drive it in now. Kicks it out to Warchuk to Sass. That's a long three from right in front of the Alma bench. No good. She's going to run down her own rebound in the corner. Taylor gets it back out. Olivia Warren will set up a play here. She wants a screen from Griffin. Gets it. Stops, starts, goes all the way around, runs along the baseline, still going around, gets it to Griffin. Griffin with 5 on the shot clock. Ball's loose, ball's tied up, and the possession arrow will favor Albion. Good defense from the Britons there. Lemon Cusa up off the bench. Griffin sits down. 41-26 Albion. Britons continue to try to pull away. Scots try to scratch that deficit down. Reed to Cole. Cole goes back up for Davis. For Reed over on the left wing. Trying to post up Little. Lemon Cusa working on her. Reed's going to drive it in. Tries to fire a pass down to the left block. And that goes right behind Little and out of bounds. Another turnover from Albion. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Britons by 15. Warchuk with it. Back to Robbins. Thought about a three. Fires a pass down to Warchuk instead, and she'll lay it up and good. That's a great pass by Maddie Robbins. Stasha Warchuk's got her first 2. And again, the lead back down to 13. Reed with it. Hands to Cole. Cole works off a little screen. Goes to her left. Kicks it back out for Welker. Welker's going to drive in. Puts up a scoop shot. That's short. Rebound Sass. Sass going to come out of there with it. Fires an outlet pass for Warchuk. She couldn't handle it. And it's saved by Cole, who slams into the stanchion. A great job by Sierra Cole. Good hustle right there. Reed with it for Albion. Going to slow the pace down a little bit here. Now she's going to try to get to the basket. Goes up over Robbins, who played some great defense. It's poked out of bounds by Lemancusa and will stay here with Albion. Beavers back in for the Britons. Humphreys for the Scots. Reed goes into Welker. Sass almost stole it away. Welker gets it, steps back to the free throw line. Little jumper good. Elena Welker with a free throw line jumper. She's got 15 to lead all scorers, and the lead is 15, 43-28. Just past the midway point of the third quarter, Maddie Robbins with it. Picks up her dribble, goes to Sass. Sass back to Robbins. Robbins rips the pass down for Sass, who had it go through her hands. It's going to be stolen away by Welker. Welker going to try to drive, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Humphreys, and I don't think they were able to see Welker extend that left arm to try to get some space. As Welker just flung the left arm out, Humphreys hit the deck, and she was called for the foul. That's a tough one. Second on Humphreys. Reed will inbounds to Welker. She's going to take another mid-range jumper. This one no good off the back iron, and Welker trying to go around Humphreys is going to be called for a foul this time. That's her third. Good box out by Humphreys that time. Welker will have to sit down. Becca Ross checks back in. Here comes Robbins for the Scots. Hands to Humphreys. Humphreys off a Lemancusa screen. Finds a backdoor cutter in Warchuk, who couldn't quite handle the pass. She has to corral it and go back out to Robbins with 15 on the shot clock. Robbins works off that Lemancusa screen again, runs into Beavers, goes out. Humphreys, she's going to drive in, puts it up off the window and scores. Aretha Humphreys just exerting her will on that one. Scots again back within 13. And again, Albion doesn't have anybody to inbound the ball to. Eventually, they get it to Cole, who goes back to Reed. Now Cole with it. Cole goes over left side for Ross. To Mendieta. This is going to be a three from Ross off the backboard. No. Beavers the rebound, puts it up, no good. And Olivia Warren down there fights for the rebound and gets out of there with it. Scots down by 13, need a bucket. Warren kicks it out. Lemancusa baseline jumper, back iron, no. Beavers the rebound. Here comes Reed back for Albion. Reed goes between the legs, drives down, puts up a runner, no good. Beavers the rebound, and she's going to be fouled by Lemancusa. And Denia Beavers will go to the line to shoot two more. Again, the rebounding of Beavers giving the Scots a little bit of trouble, there's no doubt. Beavers up to 8 rebounds. She is 0 for 2 from the foul line so far, though. She's got 4 points to go along with those 8 boards. First foul shot up and off the back of the rim, no good. Beavers just a 29% foul shooter on the season, coming in 9 of 31. Her second one is up, also no good, so 0 for 4 so far today. Lemancusa has to run the rebound down. And now Robbins running very quickly all the way to the basket, puts it up, no. Lemancusa the rebound, it's going to be tied up from behind by Reed. Possession arrow will favor Alma, though. Still trailing by 13. Natchke back up off the bench. Mendieta sits down. Romy Natchke, a 5'10 junior out of Jackson. Humphreys with it for the Scots. To Robbins on the left wing for Sass. Sass going to drive in. Tried to put a pass across to Lemancusa. Somehow Sass gets it out of there, though, with 8 on the shot clock. Robbins off a screen, 4 on the shot clock. Kick it into the corner. Humphreys for 3. Got it as the shot clock expires. Humphreys with 12. Scots within 10. 43-33. What a play by Aretha Humphreys. Reed with it. Goes to Cole. Cole gets it to Natchke, working on Warchuk. Tries to kind of push her way through. No good. Robbins the rebound. Here comes the Scots trailing by 10. Robbins has picked up her dribble. She's in an awkward spot, needs a little help. Humphreys will provide that help. Humphreys going to drive in on Reed. Humphreys to the bucket. Humphreys scores again. She's got 14. Scots down by 8. 43-35. Alma with all the momentum now. Minute 55 to go, third quarter. Reed with it, works off a Beavers screen. Beavers trying to post up on Lemoncusa. 3 balls on the way. That's no good. Robbins runs the rebound down. Robbins is going to try to run by all of Albion, and she's going to stop. Get it back up top for Warchuk. Warchuk drives down, puts a pass off Lemoncusa. Her shot's blocked by Beavers. A great play by Beavers to recover there. Here comes Albion back the other way with Reed. Reed crosses over, has it stolen away by Robbins. Now a 2-on-1 if Humphreys hurries. Cole recovers nicely. They get it to Warchuk, and tied up. A great job by Sierra Cole. Possession arrow favors Albion, but the effort right there by Sierra Cole was phenomenal. Griffune and Warren check back in. Humphreys sits down. Lemoncusa sits down. Minute 17 to go in the third quarter. Albion by 8. They've led this by as many as 18. Alma has just scratched away at this deficit. Reed with the basketball for Albion. Goes to Cole, back to Reed out on the right wing. Warren on her to Cole. Up top, trying to post up Beavers. They do. Beavers has got it in the post, has to get it back out. Reed for 3. In and out, no good. Little the rebound. It's Little that's in there, not Beavers. She puts it up and scores, and she's fouled. Dariana Little. And the rebounding continuing to be a huge story here for Albion. They're back up by 10. Little will look to make it a 3-point play. Foul was on Griffune, her second. Dariana Little to the line, shot in, out, back in again. Little's got 11 to go along with 7 rebounds. Albion back up 11, under a minute to go, third quarter. And Alma's going to turn it over here as Robbins and Warchuk had a little miscommunication. Here comes Reed back the other way quickly. Goes inside for Little. Little going to put it up after she mishandled it a little bit, but gets it up and scores. Little with 13. It's a 13-point game again now. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Alma needs a score here. It's a 7-0 Albion run. Griffune, she's going to take a jumper from just outside the free throw line and fill it up. Griffune with 4. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Alma needs a defensive stop now. 48-37 Albion. Reed with it. Works off a screen, gets to the foul line. A little runner, puts it up and scores. Low Reed with a beautiful runner in the lane. Makes it 50-37 Albion at the end of the third quarter. We'll take a break. Back with the fourth after this. Fourth quarter underway at the Art Smith Arena, 50-37, Albion on top. They led by 13 at the end of the first quarter, and the teams have played evenly since then, 16-16 in the second, 13-13 in the third. Warchalk with it for the Scots, gets in the paint, probably traveled with it, but they're actually going to say she was fouled instead. Good job by Stasha Warchalk to get herself to the line. She'll shoot 2. Warchalk, a 70% foul shooter on the season. Albion raced out to that 13-point lead at the end of the first quarter, extended it to 18 at one point in the second quarter, and the Scots have fought back since then. Warchalk hits the first foul shot. Her second one is up and also good. Scots trail it by 11, 50-39. Here's Reed with it to Welker. Back in with the 3 fouls. Goes to Davis for Reed on the right wing. All the way across court. Now they get it inside for Little. Little's going to put it up off the window and score. This is just a great job by Albion using the size to their advantage. Alma's back the other way quickly, though, and Humphreys falls down as she tried to go up for the layup. And here comes Reed back the other way. Oh, she's going to put it up and score again. Lolo Reed with 12. Just like that, back up by 15 is Albion. Robbins for Sass to Warchalk. Swing it around left side for Humphreys. Inside for Sass. Sass going to have, she's going to be fouled by Welker, and that's her 4th. And that's a big one as Elena Welker really makes things work nicely for Albion. She's got 15 points tonight as well. Sass gets herself to the foul line. Taylor, averaging 19 points per game on the season, has just 3 so far in this one. She will get 2 shots here. Becca Ross checks back in. Welker sits down. Sass's first foul shot up and good. Give her 4. Second one on the way. Rattles home. Taylor Sass with 5. Scott's back within 13 again. Reed with the basketball. Goes to Cole. Looking to get it inside for Little. They'll go Davis instead. Over to Reed on the left wing in front of her own bench. Ross with it for Cole. 10 on the shot clock. Cole's going to have to drive in. Goes all the way under the basket, puts up a reverse layup and scores. Sierra Cole with her first 2. 56-41 Albion. Robbins with it for the Scots. Drives on Cole, picks up the dribble, goes for Humphreys. Humphreys is going to go off a screen, kick it out. Corner 3 on the way from Robbins. No good off the back rim. Warchalk grabs the rebound for Alma. Gets it to Humphreys. Humphreys going to drive it in. Had the dribble go up a little high on her, but she's fouled by Cole. Second on Cole. 3rd team foul for Albion. Inbounds to Humphreys. Humphreys going to take a mid-range jumper and fill it up again. 16 for Humphreys. 56-43 Albion. Cole with it out on that right wing again, looking to get it inside. And a great play by Sass, who then gets knocked down by Little. Little ends up getting it, gets it to Davis for a free throw line jumper, no, and Griffune the rebound. Robbins kicks it into the corner. Warchalk for 3. She's got it. A triple from Warchalk. They're going to say it was just a 2, I think. So give Warchalk 6. Alma within 11. Reed kicks it into the corner for Cole. She's going to try a 3 of her own. That's short. Griffune the rebound. Here comes Robbins, looking to get that deficit under 10. Robbins gets it to Sass, a little bit awkwardly though. Sass going to try to drive in anyway. She's going to be fouled. She'll go to the line for 2. 56-45 Albion. Here comes Beavers back in the ball game for Little. Warren checks in for Humphreys. Foul is the first on Becca Ross. And Taylor Sass at the line for 2. She's 4 for 4, or 2 for 2 from the free throw line so far. And her first shot is up and no good, too strong. Second one on the way, that's also too strong. Warchalk the rebound. She tries to rip it out of there, and it's going to come loose instead, and a timeout's going to be called by Albion as soon as they gain possession. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them back after this. .640 to go in the game, 56-45 Albion. The Scots still scratching and clawing, trying to get that deficit a little bit more manageable. Every time Alma makes a run, Albion responds with a run of their own. Reed with the basketball. Works to her left. Goes for Davis. Davis going to drive on Warchuk, crosses her over, gets into the paint. Great defense from Warchuk. Davis has been in the paint for a long time. They're going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Kick out for Ross. Shot's no good. Here comes Robbins the other way. Robbins wants to go all the way. Scoops and scores. 14 for Maddie Robbins. 56-47. Scots have got it under 10 again. Reed with it. Hands to Cole. Cole going to take a jumper. That's off the front of the rim and rolls over the top. Oh, boy. Scots almost had a quick stop there, but Sierra Cole says no. Gets the shooter's touch. Sass with it for the Scots. Tries to work off a Warchalk screen. The screen didn't really come. She goes all the way out to Warren. Warren is going to be fouled down there by Reed. And Olivia Warren will go to the line here. The 5th team foul on Albion. Foul is the 3rd on Reed. Warren's foul shot up and good. Second one on the way. That's also good. 4 for Olivia Warren, 58-49. 5:30 to go in the 4th quarter. Reed tries to go baseline. Makes herself a little space, goes off the back iron, no. Rebound tapped out of bounds by Beavers. Alma gets the stop they needed. Little will check back in for Beavers. 5:17 to go. Alma's going to switch things up, have Taylor Sass run the point, put Robbins down in the left corner. Maddie Robbins has gone all the way in this one for the Scots so far. Sass with it. Going to work off a screen, goes to the bucket, up off the high glass, no. Rebound comes to Cole. Good stop by Albion that time. Under 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Reed to Davis. Davis guarded by Warchalk in the paint, puts up a shot. Oh, great shot by Riley Davis with good coverage from Warchalk. Back to an 11-point lead for the Brits. Robbins with it, hands to Warren. Warren going to try to drive, kicks it out, Warchalk. Warchalk finds a little space, has it poked away by Reed though. They get on the floor after it. A jump ball is going to be called and the possession arrow favors Albion. Good play by Lolo Reed again. Humphreys off the bench for Alma. Warren will sit down. 60-49 Albion. Reed goes to Davis. Right wing for Ross. Ross puts it on the floor and turns it over. She tried to go back out quickly to Davis and threw it out of bounds. It's a stop for the Scots, who now need a big bucket. Sass will control it for Alma. She crosses the timeline, goes off a screen from Warchuk, goes to the bucket, dishes it down for Griffune. Griffune's going to have it tied up, and a jump ball called. Possession arrow this time favors Alma with 4:02 to go in the game. It was a good pass by Sass. Griffune just couldn't quite handle it. Humphreys will inbounds from under her own basket. Looking to run Sass off a couple screens. They do. She's not open, though. Goes cross-court Robbins. Robbins going to drive, cut off there. Tried to go for Humphreys in the corner, and Aretha was looking for her next move before she caught the basketball. Alma will turn it over. Under 4 minutes to play now. Reed with it, taking her time as she crosses the timeline. Moves to her right, to her left, in between two screeners. Warchuk has to switch off on her. She gets to the basket, can't score, though. Little the rebound. Little goes back up strong, and she does score. 17 for Dariana Little to take the scoring lead. Albion by 13. Scott's back here. Warchuk straight on three. Alma needs it. No good off the left side of the backboard. And Little the rebound. Albion starting to feel a little bit better about this one. The Scots have really fought hard after that rough first quarter. Reed with it. Goes inside for Little. Little puts it up. She's being fouled by Griffune, and Dariana Little back to the line. What a game for Little. She's got 17 points to go along with 9 rebounds. And she will be at the line where she's 1 for 2 so far this afternoon. Albion by 13 with 3:02 to play. Little's first foul shot is up and good. She's got 18 now. Second shot up and also good. And back out to a 15-point lead for Albion. Like we said, anytime Alma could make a run to get it to 10 or less, it's Albion making a run to get it back up. Sass for 3, that's an air ball. Albion will take things over. Timeout called by Alma, and we will be back after this timeout. Scots pressing out of the timeout. Albion had trouble getting it across the timeline, but eventually were able to. And now they'll slow things down with just 12 on the shot clock. Cole hands to Reed with 10 on the clock. Reed looking to drive on Humphreys. She does. She gets all the way to the basket, puts it up, but no good. Griffune the rebound. Robbins back quickly the other way for Alma. She's going to try to drive on Cole. Picks up her dribble, dishes a pass to Griffune. Kendall puts it up and scores. 6 for Griffune. 64-51, 2:07 to go. Scots pressing again. Still 5 seconds to get it across here for Albion, though, and they do comfortably to Cole. Cole will handle things herself here as we go under 2 minutes to play. Working on Robbins is Sierra Cole, under 10 on the shot clock. Goes cross court. Welker, who's back in for three. She fills it up. Elena Welker with 18, and it's 67-51 with 1:38 to go. Albion's going to get out of here with a win, but it's going to be a hard-fought win as Alma just never would go away. Griffune with a long jumper. She hits another one. Griffune with the long jumpers here late has been pretty impressive. Albion breaks the Alma press and will back things out with 1:14 to go. Cole going to be picked up by Sass. For Reed now, 15 on the shot clock. Welker with 10 on the shot clock. We go under a minute to play. Cole going to drive in, 6 on the clock. A nice extra pass to Little, who puts it up and scores. Dariana Little, and they use all of the shot clock there, 69-53. Sass with it. She's going to take a long three. No good, and the rebound goes right off the foot of Griffune, out of bounds. Warren will check back in. Humphrey sits down. Mendieta back up off the bench for Albion. Also, Romy Natchke back in. Davis and Welker sit down. 45 seconds to go, just playing this one out, 69-53 Albion. Mendieta with it. She hit 2 triples in this one. Goes to Cole. Cole with Warren on her, 10 on the shot clock. Cole looking to drive, tries to create, kick it out. Natchke going to have to get rid of it here. Goes back up, Cole, quick trigger 3 as the shot clock expires. Sierra Cole with 7 points all in the fourth quarter. 12 seconds, Warren will fire a 3. She fills one up. Olivia Warren with a 3 of her own, 72-56, and that's going to do it. They don't have to cross the timeline. 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and Albion will take a 72-56 victory. They move to 3-0 in conference play. We'll be back with the postgame right after this. Back here at Alma College, Albion with a hard-fought 72-56 win over the Scots today. Take a look at some of those final numbers. Alma led today by Aretha Humphreys with 16 points.